We've been telling you about the Lillian Marcy Center coming to Bronzeville with plans to reinvigorate the Southside's historic arts corridor.
With $26 million from the state of Illinois and a passionate group leading the development, it does have a bright future, and our cameras captured its unique past. Here's WGN's Dean Richards.
You're probably the first news crew to see this level of the building. Most folks have stayed on the ground level.
When the team settled on the building at 4343 South Cottage Grove as the home for the next jewel in Chicago arts community crown, they could see it had a lot of character.
It was a real architectural marvel.
But what they discovered under the rubble was somewhat of a surprise.
We tried to salvage some things and just take homage to all of the history and amazing engineering and architectural construction feats that were accomplished here over 100 years ago.
Lifelong Chicagoan Mike Wardlaw is on the Lillian Marcy team that found the location, and inside he is finding history.
But there are artifacts like this that are still in this building laying around. And
the building is a former Marshall Field distribution center. Goods would have traveled there by horse and carriage.
This is obviously where they were storing hay, and it was so much that it's just still survived 100 years just laying around.
And that's not all. Much of the original hardware is still on the grounds.
So I'd really like to just try to get a hold of some of this stuff, just to kind of paint the picture of how it was being used back in the day.
And the architecture itself is something to behold.
Yeah, you see all of these pins, though? These pins actually are holding all the weight of the second floor. Not the deck, these pins. This building was built like a tank. It's a fortress.
Adam Rubin from the Chicago Architecture Center says it's just a part of what makes the look of the city so special.
So they were fairly utilitarian. They might have had certain brick patterns that he used for decoration, but really what these buildings needed to do was not burn down.
That building especially was built after the Chicago fire.
Gail Socek, author of the book Marshall Fields, the store that helped build Chicago, says that engineering was about style and more of a necessity.
That location was both the stable, as you mentioned, and a warehouse. And if you could kind of think of it as an early Amazon distribution center.
It's just one of the things that made Marshall Field an innovator.
He was probably one of the first, along with Potter Palmer, to really appeal to the female customer. In his store, he put things like little waiting rooms, little libraries, little rest areas. He knew that by keeping them in the store longer, by offering them a place to eat, a place to rest, they'd stay there longer and probably spend more money.
And after the Chicago fire, Field became an integral part of the city's reconstruction.
A lot of the merchants wanted to leave the city. They felt it was just a mud hole that wasn't going to go anywhere. And Field and a few other merchants got together the day after the fire and basically set up a plan for rebuilding. He actually loaned merchandise and money to some of the other smaller merchants to convince them to stay.
And if the building looks familiar, it's because it has a twin up north. The Briar Street Theater, home to the Blue Man Group, is nearly the same exact building and was also owned by Marshall Field.
We've toured that building. It's been a real help for us to figure out how to retrofit this into a new world-class, state-of-the-art theater.
And that was Dean Richards reporting.
Remarkable.